Hey everyone watching. Today is a day I never thought would happen. Today is a day that if you told me like 14 years ago that one day I would own one of Brendon Smalls' guitars from Death Clock, if you don't know who Brendon Small is, if I would own one of his guitars, I would say, you're lying. This would never happen. And this is a video I never thought I'd ever make. So this is a pretty big deal for me because I knew a lot of people, once they saw the Reverb video, they were worried that all these guitars were going to go to rich people or be pulled and just resold for a profit. I'm here to tell you that's not the case with me. I was fortunate enough to be able to buy one of these guitars. And I'm right in the middle of a move right now. As you can see, I barely have anything around me right now. But it was one of those instances where I kind of had my face in my hands and just gave the money away because I knew this would never happen again. So what ended up happening was the Reverb store went up live at about 11 o'clock on the East Coast. And I didn't really know what to expect. I knew in the video he was showcasing a bunch of guitars, and I had my eye on one, and that was the E2 Explorer, the tobacco burst guitar that he took on the tour with Mastodon. But that one was $5,000, and I was like, I'm not gonna throw $5,000 down on a guitar, especially with a move going on. But there was one guitar that I was familiar with even back in 2009 when Brendon was like recording just, I know he made a video about showing that he was going to make Death Album 2, and I'd seen this guitar in the video. And I'd also seen this guitar in, this is a very obscure video he made. It was a Thor von Clemson teaching video showcasing like masterclass, learn pentatonic licks and all these crazy things. I saw it in that video, and I also saw it in, there was one other instance, but I can't remember. But I was aware of that guitar. And, when I was a kid, when I was 16 years old, I'm 30 years old now, and I pulled this out. I have a bunch of pictures that I had hung up over the years, but I pulled this out. I made this shortly after me and my wife. This was me and my wife's first concert together. This was back in 2012. That's me. Jeez. Me and Brendon. I was 16. Look at my face. Just so freaking ecstatic. This made my year. This was, at the time, Death Clock was my favorite band of all time, and I managed to, or my wife actually got this from a guy. I think he had a bunch of pictures that he wanted to get signed. Unfortunately, my wife coaxed him just by like talking to him, saying, "Hey, can we get one of those?" And he gave us one, and we actually got him to sign something because I wanted his signature. I knew I was going to be able to get a picture, but getting actually something signed was amazing too. And it was at the House of Blues in Orlando on December 4th, 2012. I even kept my ticket stubs. And this was an amazing concert. I'd seen them another time after. It was in 2023 in Atlanta with Baby Metal. And seeing them for the second time, that was amazing. But I'm so sorry for getting off track. I'm just letting you know that I am a Death Clock fan, and this guitar is actually going to a house that will stay. But when you open up your package, if you got a guitar, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll get it in just a regular folder, and inside, I remember they were talking about certificates of authenticity. You get this. Pretty freaking cool. Death Clock. And as you can see, I guess you can see what guitar I did manage to pick up. It was the only V for sale, which was okay. Like I said, I knew of this guitar, many, many, many years ago. I always say that like it's a long time ago. I mean, it is a long time ago, but a little over a decade. But that's the guitar with Brendon's signature on it. But can I rotate this? No, I can't. Okay, I'm sorry. But what I'll do, I'll just kind of take it down this way. You get it in the box, and then it came out. Fortunately, the case was actually in better shape than I was thinking, and it does have the like little stuff like this means a lot. Just the tape, like that's just so fucking cool. Excuse my language. But there it is. I'll go ahead and put the camera back in and actually take the guitar out so y'all can see it a little bit better. Okay. It was actually, this guitar, it's just a Gibson Faded Cherry V, back in like 2000. I think they started producing these back in 2004, 2002. So a long time ago. This one was made in 2004. And it said it was in very good condition, which it is. You know, even though I know Brendon, if you saw the advertising for the Reverb store, he said he took this on comedy shows, and back when he was in LA, I guess he is still in LA, but he used this on the Home Movies DVD, and he said this was on some recording of Metalocalypse stuff. I don't know if it was used on the show. I don't know if it was used on the record, but I think he said it was the demos. But really good shape. It's a lot heavier than I thought. I remember playing one of these back in the day, and maybe I was stronger back then. Sorry, I'm getting a little too excited. But the strings are really thick strings. I haven't even, like, I literally took this out of the box. I made another video for my Facebook account, but this is for YouTube, and needs to be tuned up. And obviously, I'll probably play something a little bit later once this whole move gets done. But I just wanted to showcase that one of the guitars made it safe, and it will stay here for a very long time. It does have one little imperfection there, but that's okay. But yeah, please feel free to leave comments. Feel free to showcase if you're another buyer of one of his other guitars. Please post your response in the comments. I look forward to watching some of these things. You know, back then, you know, being a kid, you know, I was just a nerd that loved watching cartoons in general, and also playing video games. I know, like a lot of kids, but Deathclock and Metalocalypse was just something that was closer to me, because I also loved metal music at the time, and I still do. And it's just one of those things that will stick around for probably forever. So, but yeah, that's the guitar. Sorry for rambling. I tend to do that a lot. But please post your comments. Please post your video responses, and see you later.